Alright, so today we're going to be doing a different type of video. We're going to be talking about my gaming PC. So back in late 2019 or early 2020, I built my own gaming PC, my second gaming PC. But I fell out of gaming for the past 3 to 4 years now. And recently I started to pick it back up. So I booted up my PC and I came to realize very quickly that my PC is pretty outdated now. It's currently rocking a 2700X AMD CPU Ryzen chip. It has the AM4 motherboard with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, but it also has the GTX 1080 Ti, not even RTX, GTX. So I realized very quickly that my gaming PC is pretty outdated and it's time for an upgrade. I am not really ready to upgrade the GPU right now. I do know that NVIDIA is going to announce a new GPU, so I might wait for that, or maybe I might just get the current gen GPUs whenever the new ones comes out at a cheaper price. I did upgrade the CPU, the motherboard, and the RAM. Right now, I'm just going to show you guys how it actually performs with either current games or the games that I actually own. I will compare it to the upgrades. So I will talk about the upgrades later on in the video, but right now my current PC is what it is: 2700X AMD Ryzen 7 chip, GTX 1080 Ti, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and an AM4 Asus motherboard. So let's see how it holds up today and compare it to the halfway upgrades that I did. All right, so I booted up Cyberpunk. I just wanted to see how it actually performs. I have been playing it with the current build before I upgraded. So right now, if we go into the graphics, we can see that, let me just go here. All right, so the preset is low. So if we want to have it, let's go Ultra. All right, so we have it at the Ultra preset. So right now we're gonna see how a 1080 Ti 2700X AMD chip can handle Cyberpunk. Keep in mind, this is 1440p and not 4K, and max frame rate is 144 Hertz, but it probably won't reach anywhere near 144 Hertz. So we ran the benchmarks with the 2700X and the GTX 1080 Ti. It gave us roughly an average of 38 FPS. You have to keep in mind, we ran this benchmark at 1440p and ultra settings. With the upgrade that we're gonna do, so we're gonna have the CPU upgrade, we're gonna have a RAM upgrade. I'm not too sure how much that will affect the FPS performance, but we will have the CPU upgrade, which will go from the 2700X to the 9700X. And hopefully that is a big enough upgrade to actually see a decent change. I will be upgrading the GPU, just not in this video. So first things first, let's switch out the parts, and then from there we'll be able to actually run the benchmark again and see how well we can actually get in FPS. Hopefully we can reach at least, I don't think we'll reach 60, but I think if we can reach at least a 50 average, that would be very nice. But yeah, let's go ahead, switch out the parts and see how it goes. All right, so I just wanted to tell you guys what I got as an upgrade before I replace the parts. So first things first, the Ryzen 7 9700X. So the 9700X does seem to be pretty decent from the benchmarks. I do know I missed out on the 9800X3D and the 7800X3D and all that, but I got this at a very nice deal at Canada Computer. So I got this. We got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, two 16 gigabyte sticks, thermal paste. Obviously that is indeed a necessity. Last but not least, I got a new motherboard. I did need to have a new motherboard if I wanted to go with the new Ryzen chip. So all of this I think costed me roughly $700 Canadian, which would be roughly $500 US. So got a top of the line. Whoa, okay. So we got a top of the line CPU. We got 32 gigabytes of RAM. Let's put this into the PC. Let's build it and let's see how it performs. All right, so I already started taking out the GPU, and I did have a Wi-Fi card that I took out. I don't know if I'll put it back in because the new motherboard does come with Wi-Fi. I don't know, I'll see. But I took this out and also took out the GTX 1080 Ti. I will have to put this back in because this is still gonna be my GPU for now. But yeah. So all we have to do, I think I have to take out the fans. I was dreading having to take out the fans, but looks like I'm gonna have to take out the fans and also maybe the cooler. If I can take out and put back the GPU without taking out the cooler, I'll do that. But if not, I have to take it out. So yeah, let's get on with it. All right, so I did switch out the parts on my PC. I switched out the CPU, the motherboard, the RAM, and the hard drive. I actually have a new 2 terabyte M.2 SSD. I was rocking a 2 terabyte hard drive, and let me tell you, downloading games was taking forever. But I have those upgrades. It's not a substantial upgrade like a GPU, but it is a pretty decent upgrade. And we did run Cyberpunk benchmark with the new upgrades. And right now we do see pretty much of a difference. So we were running the Cyberpunk benchmark with the Windows 10. So with the new CPU, which is the 9700X, AMD 9700X, the motherboard, the AM5 socket motherboard, with the new solid state drive, and the RAM, we could see pretty much of a difference. So with the average FPS that we got with the new parts was 48 FPS. Keep in mind, this is running the game at ultra with 1440p. Obviously, the higher you go in resolution, the more that the GPU would matter. I probably should have ran it at 1080p, but 1440p is what we're going to stick with because that's how I game. Usually I play at 1440p. So yeah, we ran it with Windows 10. But I did get a Windows 11 update for free. I just updated it and I'm gonna run the benchmark again with Windows 11. So I'm running Windows 11 24H2 and we should see if the Windows version actually has a difference in the FPS performance. All right, so we ran the benchmark again with Windows 11 and we don't really see much of a difference. I mean, it's still the average 48 FPS, so just a little bit lower if we go into the decimals, but it still stays at the roughly 48 FPS. Probably would have gone more. I mean, obviously would have gotten more if it went out to 1080p, but again, I don't play at 1080p, so there's no point. I'm not really looking to really stress out the CPU and really see the power of the CPU. I just want to see the difference of my previous 2700X and the 9700X. And it does look like there's a difference. This is a graphically intensive game, so we will see probably a bigger difference when we get the new GPU. And yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what GPU I'm gonna get. Probably the 5090, 5080, depending on how well the performance is, or I might just get the 4080 or the 4090 series at a cheaper price when the new GPUs comes out. Let me know if you want to see a comparison with my 1080 Ti to the 4090 or 4080 Super or the 50 series or all of them. So I'm starting out to make more of PC videos, gaming PCs, upgrades, parts and stuff. So yeah, trying to dive in back into PC gaming. So this is going to be a lot of fun and we're going to have a lot of new videos and new content coming up. So leave a comment down below what you want me to upgrade next. I'll leave my parts list in the description. So if you want to check out my parts and see what I should upgrade next, let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys on another video. Peace.